about the legend of the Gurt Dog of Ennerdale. Now, Gurt in Cumbria means big. I spoke to this man here a year ago, and he told me
dog means dog.
How his great-great-uncle John Steele raised the money for the stake on their farm that he still holds to this day.
No,
and the stake was raised by John Steele shooting an animal that escaped from a travelling circus in Whitehaven and ravaged the valley of Ennerdale for 6 months and killed 400 sheep before his great-great-uncle shot it. So here we go.
It was only 400, but it wasn't 401 or 399.
Yeah, we're ready.
And with apologies to John Peel. In 1810, the circus came to town. There were tightropes and jugglers and a red-nosed funny clown. There were tigers and lions and a bear that was brown and a cage with a sign and a warning. This is the chorus. All join in the chorus. It was big, it was strong, it was 8 foot long. It could leap, it could bound, it could outrun any hound. It had stripes and a tail, and it gave out such a wail that you'd find dead sheep in the morning. Inside the metal cage, incandescent with rage, there paced the noble beast on meat which did feast. He viewed the distant hills with a primeval thrill, and he longed to be there in the morning. It was big, it was strong, it was 8 feet long. It could leap, it could bound, it could outrun any hound. It had stripes and a tail, and it gave out such a wail, and you'd find dead sheep in the morning. In the circus lived a lad, you wouldn't call him bad, but he had a wild streak, and as he gave the beast his meat, he saw the cage unlocked and gave the bolt a knock, and the dog bounded out in the gloaming. It was big, it was strong, it was 8 feet long. It could leap, it could bound, it could outrun any hound. It had stripes and a tail, and it gave out such a wail, and you'd find dead sheep in the morning. From Tasmania it came, where hunting was its game. It had to kill for its dinner, and it always was the winner. The sheep had no chance when the beast began to dance, and the hunt it was on in the morning. It was big, it was strong, it was 8 feet long. It could leap, it could bound, it could outrun any hound. It had stripes and a tail, and it gave out such a wail, and you'd find dead sheep in the morning. In Ennerdale Bridge, if you look upon the ridge, when the moon was in the sky, you'd see it passing by, and you know where it had been when you heard the lamb scream, and you'd see all the blood in the morning. It was big, it was strong, it was 8 foot long. It could leap, it could bound, it could outrun any hound. It had stripes on its tail, and it gave out such a wail, and you'd find dead sheep in the morning. The hounds went up the fell, but the beast sent them to hell. The men from the farms, they took up all their arms. The squire gave a reward, to earn it would be hard. To kill the beast with a gun in the morning. It was big, it was strong, it was 8 foot long. It could leap, it could bound, it could outrun any hound. It had stripes on its tail, and it gave out such a wail that you'd find dead sheep in the morning. In the valley lived a man, he was built like Desperate Dan. He worked on a farm and was strong in the arm, and he heard of the reward, and he always kept his word and swore that he'd kill it in the morning. It was big, it was strong, it was 8 foot long. It could leap, it could bound, it could outrun any hound. It had stripes on its tail, and it gave out such a wail that you'd find dead sheep in the morning. John Steele took out his gun and walked out in the sun. To the forest he would go, where the beast was lying low. He would use up all his skill to bring home a kill and claim his reward in the morning. It was big, it was strong, it was 8 foot long. It could leap, it could bound, it could outrun any hound. It had stripes on its tail, and it gave out such a wail, and you'd find dead sheep in the morning. As the breeze broke cover, some men cried for their mother. As the beast began to bound, John Steele stood his ground. He lifted up his gun as the beast began its run, and a shot rang out in the morning. It was big, it was strong,
it was 8 feet long.
He could leap, he
It
could
could bound, it could outrun any hound.
It had stripes
And
and
tail,
tail, and
and
it gave us such a wail that you'd find
dead
dead
sheep in the morning.
Coming up now to the climax. With a scream and a roar, the beast hit the valley floor as the ball found its mark and struck it in the heart. John Steele kept his word and claimed his reward with a view to a kill in the morning. It was big,
It was strong, it was 8 feet long.
He could leap,
It could bound, it could outrun any hound.
It had stripes
On
on
his
its
tail,
tail, and it gave out such a wail,
wail,
and you find
dead sheep in the morning.